For the longest time, I thought the only way to cook rice was in a rice cooker. But did you know you could also cook rice on the stove? Today I'm going to teach you how to make jasmine rice on the stove. Learning to cook rice on the stove has been a dinner lifesaver for me since having kids. It's quick, cheap, and you can build it into so many different meals. And thankfully, all my kids love rice. Phew! Even if you don't have kids, say you're a full-time student or you have a full-time career, you get home late, you're tired, knowing how to quickly make some rice for dinner could save you time, money, and energy. I've been cooking rice on the stove for about 7 years. That's a lot of rice! Today I'm going to show you all the tools you'll need to make rice, how to properly cook rice on the stove, and share some ideas of recipes you can use with the rice. So, to start, which tools do we need for cooking our rice? Well, first, you need a saucepan, aka a pot, the lid that goes with it, your rice, some kind of measuring cups. We're going to do 1 cup increments, and of course, a stove. Now that we know which tools we'll need, let's move on to cooking the rice. First, you'll want to measure out your rice into the pot. I like to put the rice in the pot before the water because if you put the water in first, the rice will stick to the measuring cup and it's hard to get all the rice granules out. So first we open our bag of rice, measure out 1 cup, here we have our 1 cup. Put it into the rice pot. Then we measure our water. So you want to do 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. Now that you have your rice in your pot, you want to measure out your water. We're going to be doing 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. Sometimes the bag will say 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of water, but I've learned that it tends to dry out faster as it's cooking and the rice can get burned. So I like to use 1/2 cup more with 1 cup of rice. So 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. At this point, I like to stir the rice to loosen the granules from the bottom of the pot. Then we turn our burner on. You want to turn it on to high heat and bring your rice to a boil. So once the rice comes to a boil, you can place the lid on and lower it to low heat for 15 minutes. Our rice is now boiling, so we're going to give it a quick stir. Turn it down to low heat and place the lid on. I like to set a timer because a lot of times I forget, and that way it'll go off in 15 minutes and we'll know our rice will be ready. So another quick tip is if your rice starts to boil over, you can always just tilt the lid a little bit until it kind of settles, and then you can place it back on top and let it finish cooking. We'll wait for the rice. Now that our rice is done, you can give it a little stir. And I like to let it sit on the stove just a little bit longer. But there you go. You've freshly cooked rice from the stove. Now you might be asking yourself, what am I going to do with all this rice? Well, I have some ideas for you. So some ideas you can do with rice are bowls. You can have any bowl you can think of. I like to use rice as a base for like a jerk chicken bowl. There's also ahi tuna bowls that are really good. You just put the rice down, add your cooked chicken, some cilantro, green onions, bell peppers, pineapple, a teriyaki sauce or chipotle mayo, and then ahi tuna. Sear your ahi tuna, sesame seeds, soy sauce, green onions. And besides bowls, you can use rice as a base for any kind of soup. So get your rice, put it in the bottom, heat up some soup, dump it over the rice, and it's a little more hearty and fills you up a little bit better. Some recommended soups are lentil, bean, vegetable, broccoli and cheese, are really good. Not sure what to make with your rice after you've made it? No problem. Throw it in a Tupperware, put it in the fridge, and it's good for about a week. So in review, we have learned what tools you need to make rice on the stove, how to cook rice on the stove, and some ideas for recipes to use your rice with. Knowing how to cook rice has saved dinner at my house so many times, even lunch. Kids are hungry, I'm exhausted, don't have any money, hence why I'm in college. Grab my stovetop pot, bag of rice, 15 minutes, and we've got dinner. Plus, it's a lot healthier than fast food. Thank you.